Hey, railheads, let's run some trains on my Finger Lakes Railway layout. Well, Deanie and Leon have got the Locos warming up. They're probably talking over the day's work. Speaking of which, it looks like we got a full day. It's not so bad if you break it down. Let's just look at the setouts for now. We can worry about the pickups later. So we're setting out 2 cars on track 1 and 2 cars on track 2. That's not so bad. And now let's see how the HG2 crew blocked our cars for us when they dropped them off yesterday. Okay, there's those 2. That's for track 1. And there's one of the cars for track 2. And there's the other one, way over there buried. Well, I'll have to dig that one out. Okay, looks like the crew is in the cab of the switcher. Time to do the back and forth moves to get over to yard track 1. Okay, we've coupled to this cut of cars. Now Dean's going to cut that last hopper off. We don't need that one. That one right there. Now we want just the last 3 cars of this cut, so we'll set them on the main for now while we go and fish our last car off of yard 2. Well, hey, there's a little project I did this week. I weathered those 2 flat cars sitting there. Again, they didn't come out good the first time. I use them for my little action cam when I do ride-along videos. I spent most of my time this week tweaking the settings on my Locos. Tim Garland, you know, the Seaboard Central channel, he just did a couple videos on setting up a Loco to perform prototypically. He's an engineer for Norfolk Southern, so he knows how they run, right? And the first video was programming a Loco using the LokProgrammer. And the second one was how to set up the proto throttle. Now, I've been using both the LokProgrammer and the proto throttle for probably 5 years, but I really learned some good stuff. I finally took the time to map the lights to the right buttons on the throttle. And then there's this notch configuration feature on the throttle. I'd never even messed with that. Okay, Deanie's made the cut. Now Leon's going to shove these 2 boxcars back on yard 1. Oh, I was talking about that notch configuration on the throttle. And now you can really hear the difference when you go through the notches. Dean's got us lined for yard 2 now. Okay, we need the next to the last car in this string, and Dean's made the cut. Well, in retrospect, we probably should have made this move first. It would have saved us an extra move. So this hopper would have gone on the main first, and then with our next move, we would have had the hoppers coupled together and the boxcars together. Oh well, no big deal. We'll fix it. We'll spot this hopper on yard 1 for now, and then couple to it with the rest of our train. We'll shove these guys back on yard 2. Running light power back to our train. And now we can couple this hopper to this one and head for Cargill Salt. Now we can shove back and couple to our last hopper here. And we're pulling out of the yard, crossing Severn Road. Now we're going behind the old abandoned salt mine. And crossing the road again. Past the Mennonite farm. Oh, I was talking before about the throttle and the settings, and so I tweaked the brake settings too. You know, the throttle has a variable brake lever, like a real engine, so the farther you pull the lever, the more brakes you apply. And version 5 of the Loc sound decoder, it's got 3 brakes you can configure, and I've only been using one of them this whole time. Now, the last video in the series, Tim's going to go over some pointers for actually operating the Loco with the throttle, and that ought to be pretty cool. Well, there's the noon whistle for Cargill. I'm going across 4th Street. We're pulling ahead to clear the switch. Dean's got us lined for track 2. We'll work that spur first since we got the hoppers at the tail end of the train. Didn't quite get a couple there, Leon. Bring her back just a touch. Yep, that's good. Okay, give him a little stretch. Make sure we got him. Yep, we're good. We'll shove back across the road here on the main and drop that end hopper. That's the load. The first hopper we're coupled to, that's the respot. That's empty. That's got to go back in the car shed there on track 2. Well, that's the 20-minute mark, guys. Good place to stop. We'll pick up here next time. Hey, thanks for watching. Take care.